Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Lair. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 for SmackDown Live, July the 25th, 2017. SmackDown tonight, it's an okay show. I didn't get to quote-unquote live tweet like I normally do. Of course, things come up sometimes, and it just is what it is. But I did get a chance to watch the show, and I actually got to watch the show, on delay, so I guess it was a little better. The one thing I have to say is, I find it odd. You bring in Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan just to come in and have a one little bitty spot to make a match segment, and then they're done. There's no talking smack anymore, so neither one of them has that they can do. So I just assume that they probably hate coming in for that little bit, just to be honest with you. I think that they should go. They really need to go back to using talking smack. I don't know why they quit. They decided to cancel it. That was so stupid. But anyway, that's just my little rabbit run. The show started off with Kevin Owens, which was probably a pretty good idea because it leads into the main event tonight. Now, you kind of want to see Jinder start, or I did, but, both guys, heels, it's okay. It is what it is. Of course, AJ comes out. After Owens says, no, I'm not going to defend the title, we'll do it next week. AJ comes out, I want my title shot. And then, by God, the return of Jericho. Let's welcome him back, man. He's back. Probably for one night, if I had to guess. And I haven't looked at any of the rumors or anything on. That's why I didn't know he was there. If even any of that was out there in the universe. But I have a feeling, because I know that he's still touring, I have a feeling that there's just some kind of break in touring. Either that, or he's back to build towards SummerSlam, because he's going to have something to do with SummerSlam. I think Shane and Kevin Owens are going to build towards something at SummerSlam, or maybe have it build to Survivor Series. I don't think you can drag it out at this point to WrestleMania. I think doing it at SummerSlam would be too quick, because I think they could get a lot of mileage out of it. It's not something they'd have to hit every week, but, build it, slow build it, and then do it. I just don't know that the slow build works in 2017 like it would have in, say, 1997, or not even 97, but 94, 95. There's no way that this would work as I would want it to. So Shane announces the triple threat for the U.S. title. We all cheer. Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. The rematch wasn't as good as the first one, in my opinion. And I'm gonna go back and watch the show, because as I was watching, I was also distracted here and there, so I may have missed a little bit of something. Watch my Twitter. If I'm wrong, I'll go back and say so. Shinsuke gets the win, which is, it's needed. I think it because they want to push Nakamura to this big spot, it's going to take somebody like John Cena to beat him, which, by the way, that brings me to next week. And Jinder, who comes out, wants and I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but Jinder wants his challenger, so he mentions John Cena speaking Punjabi. Doesn't mention him in English, but then it's like he was forewarning the people of India that this was about to happen. I have a feeling. And so John Cena makes the match, but then Daniel Bryan comes out and says, hold on, John, not even you make the matches. Alright, me and Shane make the matches. Everybody gets an opportunity, and just because your name is John Cena doesn't mean that you're going to take somebody else's opportunity. So what we're going to do is next week, you versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which, by the way, I am very, very intrigued in seeing. I cannot wait to see what kind of match these two can can put together stylistically. Cena is more of the brawler style, a la Stone Cold. In my opinion, he's not like the technical wizard. But Shinsuke kind of merges that technical wizardry, easy for me to say, with being the king of strong style, which makes him the king of strong style. This is actually one of the matches that I thought should have been on a pay-per-view, a standalone match. Let's just have it, but they're going to do it on SmackDown, free TV. Why not? So the winner goes and faces Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. I do want to say I don't like the fact that John Cena just slid right in the ring and slid on top of the carpet. That's that Persian rug, or Indian rug, I guess, and that only Jinder should walk on, because that should be his character. That should be his gimmick, that I'm the only one that is able to walk on. By the way, where were the Singh brothers? Just gonna throw that out there. And then he's just walking all up and down, and Jinder makes no mention of it. Like, get off the rug, whatever. It's bad directive from WWE. If they were going to have John Cena come out like they were, they should have had, like, the stagehands roll the rug up as he was making his entrance. Because they could have done that. Or they could have just, like, slid it out of the ring on the far side, away from the camera. That way you can't, or even in front, it doesn't matter, and just roll it up real quick. It is what it is. They could have done that a lot better. Just not to have Cena really disrespect the champion, which is kind of what happened. And he's a babyface, and the babyface shouldn't disrespect the champion. Am I really having to break this down for WWE, for them to understand how psychology is supposed to work? Anyway, Charlotte and Becky versus Tamina and Lana. Charlotte and Becky get the win. Just a pretty quick match. I still don't know with Tamina and Lana. I don't know. Naomi and Natalya had a good little face-off backstage, which makes me even more amped for their match at SummerSlam, and I hope Natty gets the title. The whole Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon thing, like I said, I think it's going to climax. I think they're going to have a match eventually. Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger beat Aiden English and Mike Kanellis. I love the fact that Aiden got to sing before the match, but this goes back to what I was saying last night. I don't love the fact that they have almost the same gimmick on both shows. They've got two guys that sing. You got one on Raw, one on SmackDown. And I don't necessarily love that. That goes back to guys using the same moves, like using the same signature moves. Now, by all means, if a sling blade becomes common practice and everybody starts using it, then I'm fine with it. Or if the Phoenix Splash is something that everybody uses, then okay. But anyway, I'm glad Ty and Aiden got to be on the show. I hear that they had a pretty good match at Battleground pre-show. I didn't watch the pre-show, so I don't understand watching the pre-show because of the people that they have on the pre-show. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. Maybe I'll try to see if I can find it on YouTube, just the match by itself, because there's other nonsense that I don't care nothing about. And then the U.S. title. Well, before that, the Usos jumped the New Day, which was just really good. It really made my heart smile to know that they're going to continue this, and that we didn't get a title match tonight actually made me really, really happy as well, because I think that they can get a long feud out of this, and that can go back and forth, over a 6 or 7 month period. And they can, the titles can stay on one or the other, and they can have matches here and there at various pay-per-views with other teams, but still have that one big thing, because I think this is a match that you need to have at WrestleMania next year. I think the Usos versus the New Day, and I don't care who goes over in this instance, needs to have a big pay-per-view match. I just wish the Usos had another brother, and maybe they do, I don't know, that could come in, that would be awesome. And make it a 6-man. Anyway. Or maybe you put... Well, no, let's not go there. The U.S. title match is triple threat. AJ Styles is the new champion. Look, these guys... It was a really good match. I have a problem with the false finishes out of the finishers. I don't like Kevin Owens hitting his finisher and Chris Jericho kicking out of it. And I don't like Chris Jericho hitting his finisher and AJ Styles kicking out of it. Guys, you have the triple threat rules here. This, again, is how psychology is supposed to work. You have guy A, B, and C. Well, guy A hits guy B with his finisher, and guy C breaks it up. Guy C hits guy A with his finisher, and guy B breaks it up. That way, nobody's finisher is hurt. It's just common psychology. I think the WWE is more in tune with trying to make this just a big show rather than remembering that it is the World Wrestling Entertainment instead of just the World Entertainment. And I think Vince is letting people get in his head, in his ears, and ruining it for everybody. Well, not ruining it, because I still love it. Most of it, anyway. And I'm still a fan. I'm still going to watch. But I'm also going to point out the bullshit. As always, come to me. Because not only will I give you things that nobody else will, I'll probably do it better if they ever did. So, with that being said, that's all I've got. Deuces as always, and Chaos is out.